Hey there, guys, and it's about time. Welcome to my Let's Play of Dark Souls. Dark Souls 1. Just with the anticipation of Dark Souls 2 coming out in the next couple weeks, I just wanted to kind of hype myself up by diving into Dark Souls. It's been a while since I played, but I am in love with this series, Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and really anticipating Dark Souls 2. If you guys are unfamiliar with Dark Souls, get ready for an experience. We're going to go ahead and start a new game. And, yeah, I am playing on the PC, so I'm playing on the shitty PC port. Let's go ahead and just make our character before we give him a name. We'll go with male class. I am partial to the standard knight armor and warrior armor. Let's go with knight. And, of course, I'm going to go with the master key. Master key will let me, do some shortcuts in the game here. And, let's make myself a little slim here because you know, that's what I aspire to be one day, slim. Just got to lay off on all the beer and pizza. Our knight cannot have a beer and pizza diet. Unacceptable. We want to rock a store and noble, or do we want to really stay true to who we are and be a dubious Kareem? I am white as all hell in real life. Maybe we should rock that. Hair. Many of these not that flattering, but I think I'm gonna rock the Leon S. Kennedy look, the semi-long. Color? Want something wild, like some Sephiroth kind of hair? Or, I don't know, or some S.A. Rios kind of hair? Anybody that gets that fucking reference, you let me know. We'll go with silver. We need to name this dude now. And, what are we gonna give him? We gotta give him a name. We're gonna give him, oh, fuck. I hate doing this on the spot. I should have thought of a fucking witty name on, before the video. So, Nighty Night. Oh, and it doesn't fucking fit. Cephaleon. There we go. Combination of Sephiroth and Leon. That's what I'm going with. That's a terrible fucking name, but you know what? I'm not really going to call him that for the rest of the time. We're going to go ahead, accept, and we're going to watch the opening video. I am not going to talk over it just in case some of you are unfamiliar with Dark Souls. Very little story is given to you, like, straightforward, so I'm going to let you guys enjoy this cutscene.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty gods peeled apart their stone spears. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Probably one of my most favorite opening cinematics of all time. So beastly.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Okay, so that's the opening intro. Welcome to Dark Souls. And for those of you that actually know this game back to front, let me be the first to say I am not Epic Name Bro. I am not Crazy Mike. I am not any of those OG Dark Souls players. It's just me. I don't have a rhyme or reason to why I'm playing it. My knowledge isn't fantastic about the game, but I do know quite a bit, and I've beaten it a couple times. I'm just doing it to have fun. So, as you can see, we start off in this cell. We are let free by a unnamed man. You see these scribblings on the ground, and if you hit A, they will give you kind of some tips. Right stick will move our camera controls. Left stick will move us through. And the right bumper will attack. That's a regular attack. If you right trigger, it's going to do a stronger attack. Your two top bars up there at the top left, the red one's going to be your health. The green one is your endurance, pretty much your stamina. Read this. We got the strong attack again. If you hold B, or if you just tap B, you will do a jump backwards. But if you hold B, you can end up running, and it will use your endurance. While you're running, if you double tap B, you will do a jump. And if you just tap it once while you're running, or excuse me, if you just move forward and tap it once, you do a roll. So there's that. A couple of the basic mechanics here. It's going to teach us a couple more. These scribblings, mainly throughout the game, are other players leaving messages for you. Tips and tricks, hints, maybe they're there to just troll you, but for this opening segment, this is the tutorial area, and the devs kind of just left some notes for you. So, right stick, click on it. It's going to do a target lock on. Click it again to release. It'll show us any enemies in the area. These guys won't aggro unless you actually attack them. And we're going to go ahead, head up this ladder. The next mechanic that the game is going to tell you about is the bonfires. Rest at bonfire, recover HP. Bonfires are really interesting. They're one of the only ways that you can regain your health. So we're going to go ahead and light this bonfire. The bonfire is now lit. We are going to sit at it, and if we took any damage prior, it would heal us entirely. Also, whenever you die in this game, you start back at the last bonfire you rested at. So, there we go. I'm going to go ahead. Start will bring up this mini sub-menu. Use the D-pad to kind of go through it. You have your items that you can peruse through, change out the equipment, view our status, and we've got the regular options to the game. I'm going to go ahead and unequip pretty much all of my armor. I am being ballsy at the moment. It just slows me down, you know? Weighs me down. I can move a lot faster. You'll notice that my roll has gone from a very fat roll to a quick roll. And there's no other place we can really go except for where we're going to go ahead and open this door, where we will encounter our first boss of the game. One that during my first playthrough really stumped me a good couple times. If you see up at the top there, you see the midsection, this torso of this gigantic demon. But we're going to go ahead and flat out ignore him. We're going to just run through here. This gate is opening up. We're not even going to look at him. We're just going to be like, fuck you, bud. And that gate shuts behind us. We are safe. Go ahead, light this bonfire. Rest at it just in case we get our asses handed to us. You know what? I haven't really talked about Dark Souls that much, about what it is if you're unfamiliar with it. The majority of you watching probably are familiar with it. It is a third-person action RPG that really is the spiritual successor to the cult classic Demon Souls. We're going to get over here. By From Software. We got a tower shield, tower kite shield. Go ahead and equip that. It's actually something worth using. If you hold the left bumper, you can hold up your shield. And if you just tap the left trigger, you'll do a parry, and we'll get into those in a little bit. This game, as much as the game before it, really prove your merit as a gamer, at least in my mind. How well you take punishment. We're going to go ahead and equip this broadsword. And we're going to tap Y, and we're going to switch into a two-handed mode. And I'm going to go ahead and run up to this guy and just kind of slash through him right there. You go into two-hand mode, you're going to end up doing a stronger attacks, both your regular and your right trigger strong attack. Just does a bit more damage. However, the double edge to that sword, haha, pun intended, it's going to leave you open more. You can't really use your shield. You can block with the sword, but you're going to still take some damage. We're going to go ahead, traverse through this white light. That usually means that something big is coming up, like a boss fight or just an important section of the game. And don't forget, that's where we came from. That big old demon is still in there. So I'm going to go ahead and run up the stairs, but I'm going to jump off real quick because there is a boulder trap that will, it would have really put the beating on us. And that is another thing to Dark Souls. This game is relentless to traps. It's a fair game, but it likes to catch you off guard a lot. You have to kind of be ready. So I'm going to open up that... I opened up that door down there to open up a shortcut back to the first bonfire we encountered. We're going to go through this area that the ball crashed through, and we're going to talk to this dude. This is the dude that actually threw the body down that had the key, and it looks like he got slammed into here. Maybe from the demon that we saw up above earlier. So we're going to talk to him.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I were both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Yeah, shoot. So, we can choose not to talk to him, but yeah, we're going to talk to him.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family, thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
We just picked up an item that the Dark Souls community lovingly refers to as Sunny D.
Oh, and this.
Also, the key. The boulder that came down at us, there was a gate up at the top there. We need this key to open it.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
No problem, bro. Oh, by the way, one thing. Yeah, I'm an asshole. I know. But if you kill him, you get 100 souls. Every little bit helps. And you know what? I should probably explain souls. As you can see, I just gained 100 of them, showing up at the bottom right hand of the screen. Souls are used for two things in this game. They are your currency for purchasing items, and they are also used to level up. So you can choose to either level up your character with those souls, or you can use it to purchase better equipment and make that equipment stronger. So we're going to head up here. We have a hollow that hasn't really aggroed to me yet, and I'm going to show another mechanic here. We're going to draw this hollow out. I'm going to get right behind him, directly behind him, and I'm going to thrust forward with a light attack, and I'm going to perform essentially one of the best moves in this game, a backstab. So we got the backstab, does a lot of damage, even as weak as our character is at this point and as naked as our character is. So now that we have this key, we're going to open this door. Also, good bit of information that the knight that we just encountered, I believe his name is Oscar, he just dropped on us. He told us of the prophecy of an undead warrior making pilgrimage from this asylum. Oh, shit! Kind of left myself open there. Kind of thought I was just going to take him out one at a time. That was not the case. Another thing you can do. If you thrust your your left stick up and right trigger at the same time, you're going to do what is a jumping attack. So we're going to do that. Does a little bit of damage. Took that dude out. And yeah. So learning some of the mechanics here. Trying to think if there's anything else that I really forgot. Oh, the Estus Flask. So I took some damage already, so you can see this. The Estus Flask is what Oscar just gave us. Right now we can use it 5 times. This is, you can use it with the X button right now. We're going to go ahead and drink it, and it refills some of our health. It won't completely restore all of our health every time, but I had taken just a little bit of damage, so it filled it back up a bit. Also, you have pretty much these 4 corners, or these 4 items slots right over here on the bottom left. I'm sorry that I'm just going through all this right now, guys, but you know, left on the D-pad, you can swap out. You have two slots for your left and for your right. If I want to switch to another set of weapons and or shields. The bottom right here, if I had more items, I would switch through up to 5 different items I can have equipped on my person for easy access. And the top portion, I don't have anything in it yet, because that's reserved for spells and miracles. I'm not sure if we're going to be having any of those showing up. So now we have an archer. We're going to go ahead and just get behind him and cheese him by backstabbing him. And, you know, this section is going to teach us how to parry. I'm not the greatest at parrying and riposting. So we're going to have the enemy come towards us. We're going to wait. We're going to try to time our hit for when he tries to hit us. We're going to hit a parry, and then we're going to, with the left trigger, and then we're going to riposte with the right button, or the right bumper. So let's see if we can get this parry off on the first go here. Nope. Too early, so we took a little bit of damage. Got it that time, though. Hit the right bumper. Got my parry. It's been a little bit, and again, I'm not the best at parrying, but we did it. This enemy dropped an item, so we're going to pillage his body. Hollow Soldier Helm. So some of these enemies will actually drop some of their armor and weapons throughout the game. I'm not interested in that right now. All I'm interested in is healing up and coming full circle to this boss that we encountered earlier. I'm going to go ahead and walk through here. And little trick. I'm going to go ahead and do a diving lunge off. Oh, thankfully I landed on him. The Asylum Demon actually moved closer to the door. He's usually not that close. So now we got this big boss that we're going up against. I'm going to go ahead and target lock onto him. And one of the main reasons why I like taking off my armor in the beginning is so I can get behind him a little bit quicker. And he's going to do this swing here. And I'm just going to hack away at his butt cheeks. And he caught me off. Actually, I was able to throw up my shield just in time. He ended up taking out a good chunk of my endurance right there. But I didn't take any damage. He's going to do it again. And if he ends up taking out all of my stamina with that swing, and he'll end up breaking my stamina and doing a bit of damage to my person. So let's go ahead. He knocked me back, but he didn't do any damage. I'm going to go ahead, wait for him to attack one more time. He does the swing attack. Switch to two-handed and finish this dude off if I can. I rolled out of the way in time and was able to dodge his hits. And Asylum Demon, big bad Asylum Demon, who has given me so much grief when I first started this game, is now dead. He has dropped the big Pilgrim's Key. Also, he dropped some Humanity. And I will delve into Humanity in the next episode or two, but now we can go ahead, use the big Pilgrim's Key to open this door. And we're only steps away from leaving the Asylum. So let's go ahead and head up this way. Let's read this message. Good job, go straight ahead. Thanks, game devs. Thanks, FromSoft. Awesome. As you can tell, that Asylum Demon had quite a bit of souls on him. I have just over 2,000 now, and we could use that to level up if we so choose. I'm going to go ahead and come down here. There is a hidden item, Soul of the Lost Undead. So enemies and other chests can hold souls as well. You don't have to just kill enemies for souls. They are actually attainable items, and you can pop those souls anywhere in the game, and each tier of soul, like Soul of the Lost Undead is the lowest tier, will give you a chunk of souls to add. So I think they give you like 50 or 100 right there. We're going to go ahead, head up to this cliff, and watch another short cutscene.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Probably not the most creative name I know, but still. And here we are. We have arrived at the land of Lordran. In Lordran, level up and kindle at bonfires. Or just do it the entire game, you know, whatever. So, yeah, we got through the tutorial area. And we're now at the central hub of the game. And, yeah, so I think that's going to about do it for this episode. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and comment on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time.